Sean, you're on another dumb show. What's up, dude?
Hey, how's it going, man?
Good. How are you doing? Now, Sean is, for those of you who haven't been keeping up with Sean, or if you're not in our Discord, or not one of the League of Dummies who kind of keeps up with everything that's going on, Sean's been going through a lot personally lately. I think last we talked, you were dealing with some stuff. How you holding up, my man?
I'm doing pretty good, considering. I don't want to beat up Mikey, too bad, because he's not here to defend himself.
Sure.
Uh, I kind of wanted to just touch on that for a minute, but I don't think Mikey is at all a bad guy. I think he's a great addition to the show, and I just think he knows what he wants to do with his life. He's got some promising opportunities as far as his career, and everything that's just going on with him personally is it's a lot for one to handle when you're trying to remain sober. And
That's
I
understandable.
think he's just hitting a few speed bumps in the road. I think he'll be all right. He just, I'm also a recovering addict. I've never told you that yet, but
Okay.
there's always going to be a few speed bumps in the road, man. He's looking forward to his future opportunities with his job and stuff, and he'll get back on the right path. He's just going to take time, and it's going to take him to want to get back on that right path to, get to where he wants to be.
Yeah.
Um,
There's a lot there as far as what he. Sorry, I got distracted. I saw some really cool, really good-looking cheesy bread pizza sticks on the TV for a sec. Sorry. No.
I
Sorry to
won't
be.
get started on that
No, he.
either.
It is. It's like I said. I think this is where he is at the moment where he can either do things the right way or he can self-destruct a little bit, and he's kind of riding the line of let's see how far I can self-destruct until I either get caught or I realize that I'm doing the wrong thing. Does that sound about right? I mean,
Well, yeah, I mean this is his crossroads in life, man. He's already had experience with everything, the clean life, doing things his way and having fun, and just trying to get rid of some memories or push through some, life struggles or whatever. It's just a crossroads, man. He's got the opportunities in life presenting themselves to him as far as becoming, outside sales and stuff like that, and doing this show. And I know he's doing it, as a hobby right now, but I think it'll grow and turn into something better, But uh, this is his crossroads, and he gets to choose where he goes from here. And he gets to see what both sides take him,
yeah,
where they lead. So.
yeah. I kind of feel like
Um,
I think you're right, Sean. I think he's got this trip coming up with his dad. It's what's funny to me is like the thing I'd be the most anxious about is how am I going to smoke around my dad for the next 4 days when I'm going on this trip to Minnesota to watch the Vikings play. So that's the anxiety I'd be having right now. The last thing I'd be worried about is taking all these other crazy drugs and stuff. So, um,
Well,
yeah,
he just went through his breakup and he found some other chick to hang out with, and she was into the wrong stuff, and he was just there. That's an opportunity that presented itself. And when you're a recovering addict, man, you're not necessarily. It's pretty hard to just get up and walk out of their house.
I guess you're
uh,
right. No, it's a very good point. You're absolutely right. You got a hot chick
and
there. You got a OnlyFans chick or whatever, some hot
yeah,
chick with a
and
bus making you food and
as
showing
far as
off.
I've seen, he's been. I'm sorry to interrupt you, man. It's your show, but as
It's
far as
okay.
I've seen, man, since the last time you laid into him, he's been doing really good the past month or two. He's been seems like he's been doing all right.
Hmm.
Like I said, I just think this is a one-off thing for Thursday, and hopefully he gets back on that right path, man.
I hope so. Well, I'll
But
be honest with you. I just think that the timing all kind of is bad because it was. I mean, he just re-upped that muscle relaxer prescription. He had been out of
yeah,
them, and then he just re-upped it, and he just said it the other day, and then I watched kind of slowly the little bit of downhill progression. So I hope that's not it. I hope, like we said, it's just burnout, and he just partied the other day, and he feels bad about what he did the other night, and he's just
yeah.
I
I
think
honestly
embarrassment
think he'll
goes
be all
along.
right.
Embarrassment goes a long way. It might just be straight up just embarrassed about the other night and just was like, I just know I'm going to get my ass handed to me on Monday by everybody in the chat and stuff like that. So, it just might be
Yeah.
easier to just avoid it, especially if you're already going through a lot of stuff as it is. You don't want to, he probably don't want to spend an hour defending himself or, 2 hours defending himself, if I had to guess,
Right.
personally, just based on
That's kind of why I
experience, too.
called in, man. Yeah, I figured I'd be a good segue away from him. As you said, I've been having my own problems all weekend. Everybody in the Discord knows. Um,
Yes. So yes,
I,
Sean, and I don't know. I think you maybe had called in anonymously, and I kind of blew that at one point. So I guess so. Am I
that
okay to go on with it then?
Yeah,
Is
you're
that all right?
fine. You're
Okay.
fine. That person doesn't listen to the show anymore, so.
All right. So
Uh,
so you had so you were with a girl. She's got a couple kids. Your stepdad. Do you guys have kids together?
no,
No.
I have
Okay.
two of my own, and then she has one. So.
That's what it was. Okay, because I knew there were more than one kid involved. So
Yep.
you've been dealing with her. Essentially, it seems like you're putting in a lot of work. You're not getting a lot of reciprocation around the house as far as her keeping up with the house, working. Essentially all the things you're looking for out of a teammate in a relationship. Does that kind of sum it up in a nutshell?
Yeah, and
Oh.
just I feel like there's my my feelings never really mattered because she's got her own like mental issues, right? And she's so focused on taking care of her daughter. She gets ready for school, takes her to school and all that, takes her to cheer practice and all that. It takes everything she's got to even focus on her daughter because she's always wrapped up in how she feels and her own emotions, and she's always scared of crossing that line mentally to where she just sinks back into a big depression and
Mm-hmm.
doing the self-sabotage type of stuff. But she don't have room mentally to care about my feelings or to care about what I want.
I understand. Sure.
Um, I've known this chick since I was 10 years old, dude. And any
Wow.
other chick I've been with in life, it's never been a problem for me just to say, "Hey, I'm not happy. I need you to leave," or I would just leave. But this one in particular, like I said, I've known her since I was 10 years old. I've grown up with her. I've known her just throughout life. We've experienced our whole lives together.
So
She knew me when I lost my mom and
you have a
everything.
bond beyond just your relationship, is what you're trying to explain.
Exactly. Yeah,
Okay.
it was kind of distant for a long time because we were always with somebody else or whatever, but we still talked and we knew each other. But
Hmm.
um, she was in my life when I lost my mom, and that was a huge part of things. Um, and this is that time of year too where I sink back into that depression because 6 days away from today will be 11 years since my mom's passed. So
Mm.
when it came to making this decision, I couldn't stop trying to figure out, like, am I truly unhappy or am I just getting depressed and self-sabotaging my relationship? And
Well, for people who
um,
don't know what you're talking about, they might not be in the Discord. Sean was kind of explaining over the weekend that he was getting ready to make the move to end the relationship. Correct?
yes,
Okay. So that's why, just so for people who weren't in the Discord and have no idea what you're talking about, because you had mentioned the decision you were ready to
right,
make. So
yeah.
I believe that was Saturday morning, because I think I even sent you a message. Is that Saturday or Sunday morning? I can't remember. It all
I
kind of
think it was
blended.
Saturday evening because I was pretty depressed that whole day. I went and hung out with a buddy. I was away from home probably 9 hours and not one phone call to see where I was or what I was doing, which really bothered me as well.
Mm-hmm.
Um, and then when I went home, I just went straight to my room and just laid in bed, and she was downstairs putting decorations up and whatnot, and she caught on. She kept asking me like, "Are you mad? What's going on?" I told her I was like, "I just want to be left alone." And that's not usually like me.
Mm-hmm.
I tend to like being around people, so she thought that was kind of weird. But then I just stayed quiet and laid in my room some more, and that's when I got on the Discord because in my own mindset, I was starting to get just too depressed. I didn't know what to do at that point. So I was
Mm-hmm.
like, well, I only got one friend in town. I already talked to him. He didn't have much to offer, so you know, it
So yeah, we got a good
chat
community.
and the people.
Yeah, we got a
Dude,
good. It's another dumb show. Okay, we're on, baby. What's happening? Hello, Frozen. What's going on? Wake up, baby. Wake up. Hello. Oh, what is that? Oh, hello. Welcome to another dumb show. I'm another dumb show host. Thank you for joining me on issue number 130. I am happy to have you all with me this evening. I hope you guys had a wonderful day. I had a great day today. Nice, easy day. Nothing too crazy. So that was nice. No drama. Nice, easy day, right? No drama at all. It's always good when your days don't have any drama. Anyway, I want to welcome you guys again. Welcome to issue number 130. I hope you guys give us a call, 844-HIT-DUMB, 844-448-3862. A little shout out first in chat tonight. Shout out to all the league members who are here, but first in the chat, give a little love to Secret ADS Mod. They were first tonight. Good job. I'll give a little love right behind. We had Garrett and Jerry sliding in right behind them. So good job, Jerry, using his One Pride emoji. I'm apparently a Detroit Lions fan, even though he's got a San Francisco 49ers icon for his name. Okay, that's confusing, but hey, man, you do you. You do you. I'm not here to judge. I'm happy that you're here. By the way, you could always, like I said, if you can call into the show, that'd be great. Give us a call, 844-HIT-DUMB, 844-448-3862. Mikey is not here tonight, so I would definitely love to have you guys calling in. So the more the merrier. Open Lines America. You can call about whatever the fuck you want. I'll talk to you about it. And it's got something going on in your life, need some advice, saw something in the news you want to talk about, anything you got going on, give us a call. Having said that, I do have some emails here I would like to read. This email is from Jane. Jane says, Dumb, I finally joined Discord, but I have no idea how to use it. So I'm sorry. I wish the best for Mikey, and I hope he's doing okay. I'm worried about him. Love the show. Well, Jane, I feel your pain, because when I first started using Discord, when I first got it, I didn't know what the fuck I was looking at. I didn't know what anything. I couldn't tell. It was very confusing. So I understand that. Now, you might have just joined, like downloaded Discord and joined, but you have to actually go to a specific link to join our Discord channel. So that might be the disconnect there. So I put this together for you guys, anybody who wants to be in on the Discord, which is essentially the live chat here, the League of Dummies. They will continue the conversation about the show and other stuff going on in their lives in another chat in the Discord there. That's our Discord channel. So that's what they'll do. If you want to go hang out with them there, you can scan this QR code and it will take you right to that. So that is the invite link. If you want to go ahead and scan that with your phone, you can do that. And I'll leave that up for a minute for people if they want to check that out and grab it. Just scan it with your phone and you can join the Discord. Now, I'll warn you, the people in the Discord, they're not going to like it if you just come in and start lurking. They're going to expect you to come in and say hi and participate a little bit. They're not big fans of the lurking in the Discord. You can lurk in the chat all you want, but that Discord, boy, I tell you what, they'll be on your shit if you're just lurking. Now, let's see here. Another email I've got here, this one is from Amy. This is a great one. I love this one. This one, she said, oh, wait, hold on. Did I hit the wrong one? I did. Hold on one sec. Is that the wrong one I read? Oh, no, I'm sorry. I clicked the wrong one. Yes, this one's from Amy. Amy said, Dumb, set your alarm for midnight. This is your weekly reminder to order your Thanksgiving pizza. Smiley face, have a great show. Thank you very much, Amy. I'm going to do that right now. I'm going to set my alarm for midnight tonight. And let's see, so 12. I'm actually going to set it for a little bit before that so I can get myself in place and ready to go. All right, so there you go. I got it for like 11:50, so I can be ready to get in place and start refreshing to get the DiGiorno Thanksgiving pizza, baby. We will get that rolling here. Uh-oh, I'm getting text messages. What's going on? Is my mic off? What's happening? Sometimes I get texts when my mic's off. No. CVS telling me to get a vaccine. Leave me alone, CVS. I got turkey pizza to talk about here, man. What the hell? Leave me alone. All right, here it is. This is a Thanksgiving pizza. In case you guys missed that issue where we talked about it, DiGiorno has released a Thanksgiving pizza with all the delicious toppings that you would expect on Thanksgiving. They now have on a pizza. So it looks pretty awesome. Check that out. It's got your turkey on it. Looks like it's got some sweet potatoes. You got your well, I'm not big on the green beans and the French onion things, but cranberries, all the gravy for the dressing or gravy for the sauce instead of like pizza sauce. So, ooh, baby, that is some good ass eating right there. So, thank you, Amy, for the reminder. I have my alarm set for 11:50, and we will be getting that all set up here. Should I just close my emails? I'll get that ordered. Hopefully, I'll get in line and be there in time to be able to get it done. Because last week I tried and I went to the wrong link, so I got to make sure that's part of the reason. I got to get the right link lined up because it's not just DiGiorno.com. It's some weird ass stupid link that they created. Stupid DiGiorno. I don't know why they did that. Anyway, but it's probably missed out because I'm sure it's sold out so fast. I bet. Hopefully I will get it in time though. I'm looking forward to getting that. So, let me check in with the chat over here. Let's see. Oh, Secret ADS Mods giving me props for putting up the Discord QR code there. Thank you. You're welcome. Nugget Man says awesome with the QR code. Yep, thank you. Let's see. You guys will have to excuse me. My cold has gotten a little bit worse, so I'm kind of fighting through this right now. I'm just dealing with constant nose running. It's driving me freaking crazy, guys. So, CYX says, hi guys, no Mikey today. Yes, no, Mikey is not in on tonight. I believe he'll be back tomorrow before he goes on his trip. So we will check in with him tomorrow regarding his situation. And let's see. I just mentioned some pizza, by the way, and I found a crazy story. Speaking of pizza, I do have a pretty crazy story. It actually kind of relates to something we talked about yesterday, and comes up frequently. Is Carrie, the dude from Rochester's deer legging, her revenge on her ex that kind of came up yesterday. And sorry to bring that up, Carrie. I saw in there you're going through. You bought a bunch of Taylor Swift stuff because you're going through some depression today. So big ups to you, love you, Carrie. You're gonna be fine. You can get through this. Dudes are dudes. Plenty of dicks in the sea. Dude, fish in the sea. Anyway, so I saw this story I saw that yesterday, and then I saw the story. It made me think of Carrie's deer legging incident, and now there's somebody who's trying to one up Carrie, and I would argue this is way better revenge than just putting a dead animal on somebody's doorstep, because that's what Carrie did to her ex. This is a scorned woman. She had a guy that she was dating for a while. And it turns out this guy was kind of a douche, and I guess he ended up cheating on her. And during the time that they were dating, though, now I'm assuming that these are now this is a short relationship, only 3 months, but they had to split up after he allegedly started seeing another woman. But what's so strange is in this 3 months, this girl must have pulled some real his dead mom's secret pizza recipe. She was going through his stuff. Um, I was under the impression that the mom maybe had given it to her, but it seems as though she somehow got her hands on it. Now I'm actually reading this story a little bit, man. Oh, okay. So this I did miss this part. So the mother of this guy who she broke up with because he's a cheater, the mother um, hand wrote her secret pizza recipe down. She hand wrote them down on a piece of paper and gave them to this girl. Now my phone is blowing up right now. Hold on, I want to make sure everything's okay. Oh, sorry. Oh, sorry, guys. We were buffering there for a sec. I apologize. I didn't notice that. I'm reading a news story over here. I didn't see the chat. So let me do this. Let me pull this story over here because I don't have Mikey watching the chat for me today, so I can do a little bit of keep an eye on both over here. So I apologize, guys. My bad. Anyway, so back to this story. So this guy, like I said, this woman and this guy, they broke up after 3 months. In that 3 month period, this woman must have made quite an impression on the mother because before the mother died, she hand wrote all the family pizza recipes, her secret pizza sauce recipe. It's got the dough and everything, which is, that's a big deal within the family. Those secret recipes, those are a big, big deal. Now, I actually tried this, like I said, twice in different instances. When I was with Keely's mom, Keely is, I'm Irish and a bunch of other stuff, but mostly Irish. And her mom is like 75% Sicilian or something like that. It's like she's like, or maybe just half Sicilian. I can't remember. But anyway, so Keely's Irish and Sicilian. But it was her grandpa, her Sicilian papa, who made the most incredible spaghetti sauce you'll ever have. Pasta sauce, just a red pasta sauce. It was bomb. It didn't. It was so good. Anyway, long story short, I tried for years to get him to show me the recipe. He would not show me the recipe ever. I would sneak in and watch him cook it from time to time, and he never stopped me from doing that. So I would hang out. So I did learn some tips in there. I'm not going to give any of them away. It was our secret recipe. But I did learn some great tips. And from there, let's see. So he sadly passed away. So he did not write any handwritten notes for me about the family recipe for pizza sauce or pasta sauce or anything like that. So that went with him to the grave. I imagine he probably told Keely's mom. I hope so. I've not had Keely mention that. Keely's not a big cook, which is weird because her mom is a great cook and I'm a pretty good cook, but she really has nothing to do with cooking because she grew up with a mom who worked in a restaurant and would bring home restaurant food every night. So why'd she have to bother to learn cooking? So that was the first instance of me trying to weasel my way in on a family recipe. Strike one. All right, now, second effort, B1's family. B1 is her mom married into an Italian family. And I'm talking full-blown Italian family that does all the fishes on Christmas Eve and all that stuff. So, very Italian family. One of the second most, I don't know, they're neck and neck because they're two different types of pasta sauces, but both just absolutely phenomenal. They're just the two best sauces I've ever had in my life. Better than any restaurant I've ever had, anything. They're so good. So I begged B1 to please ask her for this recipe. You need the recipe, or I need to be taught how to do it, something, because it's that good. And I don't think the B1 ever followed through with getting the actual sauce. I think one time we actually were given some of the sauce upon asking for the recipe. Instead, we just got some sauce, which was awesome. I was so happy about it. I was so happy. But unfortunately, Never got the recipe for it. But now, not only, so the big thing, so not such a big deal that this woman was given this recipe. I'm not actually jealous of her. It's the thing she did after the fact. Once the guy started cheating, she then took this recipe and started spreading it all over the freaking internet. I can't. It's unbelievable. She took. Oh, come on. So here's one of them. Here's a picture, part of it. This is an actual picture of the handwritten recipe that got spread around on the internet. So if you want to find this secret recipe that this woman spread around all over the internet, it's there for you guys to find. But yeah, I thought that was a pretty shitty thing for her to do. That's family shit right there. She's not sticking it to the guy really necessarily. I mean, she is, but she's sticking it to the guy's mom, who was nice enough to give her that. So I thought it was kind of crappy. And the guy now has also been trying to get he wanted to get the recipe back from her, and that was not only the cheating is the reason why he did it. It was because he asked for the handwritten recipe back himself because he wanted to obviously make this pizza, and he didn't have a woman to cook it for him. So maybe he got a new girl. I don't know. But he needed the recipe back, and she said, "Okay, fine. You'll be able to find it as I spread it all over the internet." So a lot of people online are calling it next level petty. I agree. That is super petty. But it is some damn. I mean, it's petty to cheat too and break trust and all that stuff. So, but boy, that's. What I mean, I guess it's better than cutting the guy's dick off or something like that. So yeah, there you go. So there's a good revenge story. I do have another good breakup revenge story actually. It's actually I've had it for a while. It's a pretty good one too. Real quick though, I did check. I see over here in the chat, CB. She said that sugar is the key to a fantastic pasta sauce. No, I agree. All pasta sauce has to have some sugar in it. But there were other little tips and tricks, like the one Papa Sam, Keely's grandpa, God rest his soul. He had some tricks that he showed me that were interesting, very interesting, and added a lot of flavor. So nothing I'll share. I almost did. I almost gave it away right there. CB almost got it out of me. She knows I'm a dude who had dipshit. And then I'll almost sneak out or almost let stuff slip out as I'm just sitting here yapping away. Anyway, so here's this other story I have about revenge. And again, I know I just did one about revenge, but I've had this story sitting for a long time. And I figured why not just knock it out now. So there's this woman. She's in Texas. Years ago, this is something that happened about over 15 years ago. Her and her friends went out to a comedy show. And at this comedy show, she, I guess one of her friends stood up and accidentally knocked into another member in the audience, which caused this guy to spill his drink. The guy, he stands up, looks at her, and he says, "You stupid fat bitch," which the girl who claims who this story is about says, "It's not true. My friend's not a fat bitch." And I guess it went on. The girl was actually apologizing for doing it, but the guy was not hearing it. And I guess according to this girl, this guy spits on her. So gets a drink spilled on him. Is so outraged and yelling, he doesn't even hear her apologizing and just spits right on the girl, which is insane. The girl ran to the bathroom, cleaned herself up, and then this woman, Linda, who this story is about, the one who got revenge, started confronting the guy. So was screaming in his face, screaming, "That's assault, you're disgusting, you're trash." And he calls her an ugly bitch. And I've seen the picture of her. She's not ugly. She's not going to win a beauty contest, but she's not ugly. Actually, she's pretty attractive. I take that back. She's actually pretty attractive. I'll give her that. She's a pretty cute blonde girl, blue eyes. Actually, I'll show you a picture of her. This is the girl who is getting revenge on this guy who yelled at her friend. That's her right there. So the story goes on. So she gets, the guy yells at her too, calls her an ugly bitch. And so they move on with their night. and they just kind of let it go. She goes, calls it could be assault. And I guess, yeah, you spit on somebody, it could be assault. But so somehow the girl decides, you know what? I'm not going to let this go. I'm not going to let this guy get away from spitting on me and call my friend a stupid bitch and making her cry in the bathroom and all that stuff. So she somehow search out, maybe the guy posted a picture of the comedy show they're at or something like that. But somehow she found the guy on Facebook. All right. Then she goes on to figure out all the things that this guy's into, like TV shows like The Walking Dead and Breaking Bad. And this was back again, like 15 years ago, where shows were not being binge watched. So you had to wait week to week to see what was going to happen. So this girl started looking up spoilers for upcoming episodes, she'd get on Reddit and forums and find all the different spoilers for the shows. So then she'd make fake Facebook accounts and start messaging him the spoilers to all his favorite movies and TV shows on a weekly basis. And I guess it would just infuriate him. He would make these rage-filled Facebook posts saying, "Who is sending me all this?" And he'd just block her one profile, and she'd just make a new one and send another spoiler to him and just drive this guy absolutely crazy. So I guess she did this for a few months. And then it turned out that she ended up having a class with this guy in college. And because it was a debate class, she didn't like all of... apparently, he was just constantly playing devil's advocate, and he was just an asshole in class and just being an annoying person in debate when you're just trying to get through class, and he's actually debating. You're all hungover, and you're just trying to get through your fucking class. And then you got some jackass who's actually participating and debating everything. Shut the fuck up and pull your laptop out and click, 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 and pretend you're awake. Ridiculous. There you go. You can tell how I felt about people who were participating in class. So she started doing, she looked up, and actually she saw, speaking of his laptop, he did have his laptop out. She saw his Reddit username. So apparently then she went on to, she left it alone for like 8 years. But then 8 years later, somehow she found out that this guy had gotten engaged. Friend of a friend told him, I guess. Well, she finds out that he's engaged. And when they get pretty close to the wedding, she's like, you know what? I'm going to go check out this guy's Reddit right before he's about to get engaged. Let me go look up that Reddit username that I saw him doing in class that one day. Well, apparently she found some, quote, pretty sinister stuff. She didn't really go into what that was, but so allegedly, she says Linda says if it was your partner, you'd want to know. So, whatever this guy was posting in Reddit, this girl said, you know what? I got to tell his fiance about whatever he's posting in Reddit. So she does this. She finds the chick on Facebook and starts sending in one of her fake Facebook accounts that she used to terrorize the guy. Starts sending her these Reddit posts, and apparently the fiance didn't know anything about this guy's Reddit posts, didn't like what she saw, and went on to break off the engagement. And I guess the girl went on to move on and find some other guy. So she didn't ruin the girl's life. The girl moved on and found somebody else and had kids and all that stuff. So there you go. There is one of the most long-played revenge stories you'll ever come across. Very well played by this woman to get revenge on this guy after such a long time. I thought that was a pretty cool story. She's a bitch. She's a bitch, but damn, that's some good shit. I feel like that's something, if I had somebody that like I really hated, I would probably enact that revenge on. But I guess it doesn't work as well with the spoilers. Something like that. But either way, I think that was a great revenge story. So, Carrie, keep that in mind if you're still looking for a way to get revenge on your ex or whatever. I got an email here, too. This is from Crooked Orchids. Let me open this one up. Hold on one sec. Oh, I don't know if I'm allowed to show this. Crooked Orchids, am I allowed to show this? I don't even know if I'm allowed to show this. All right, hold on one sec. Let me try to see if I can find a way to show this without. Okay, so here. This is pretty funny. So, all right. So, you guys know where I have a tattoo. Well, Crooked Orchid sent me a picture. She voted. And now, if I zoomed out of this picture, um, it's pretty close to what it would look like to where I have a tattoo on my ass. um, Secret ADS mod says, "Oh, she wants me to." Okay, so you want me to show the picture? All right, so here it is. Here is Crooked Orchid. So we'll probably get demonetized for this, guy. So make sure you send in those super fan donations tonight. But hey, why not? If she wants to do it, let's bring a little sex appeal to another dumb show. Here it is, Crooked Orchids bringing the booty. What a dumper we got going on here. Nice. That's a lot to hold on to. Very nice, Crooked Orchids. Thank you very much for sending that in. I appreciate it. Very good. Very good. She voted. I vote for her. Thumbs up. 2 thumbs up. 1 thumb in. Oh, sorry. My bad. Anyway, so yeah, today is a big day in Ohio. 2 pretty huge votes. Issue 1 was one about abortion rights for women, and basically, I think they're just basically trying to take away more women's rights. I'm not gonna lie to you guys. I did not do my civic duty today. I'm ashamed of myself that I didn't do it. I'll be honest with you. I thought I was registered to vote, and I wasn't. Um, I didn't go anywhere to go vote. I just went, you know what? Before I leave the house, let me just double check. Totally forgetting that even if I wasn't, it's way too late at this point. But I was just under the impression that I was, because I feel like I had voted more recently than I guess 4 years ago. Um, I don't know. That can't be right. Anyway, so I did not do my civic duty today, which is crazy because I am a pot smoker. And issue 2 was all about deciding if Ohio would become the 24th U.S. state to legalize recreational marijuana. And let's see. Mr. Martyr, by the way, just said he just thumbed up the video because of Crooked Orchid's email. So thank you. I appreciate that. Big thumbs up to you. Thumbs up to everybody. Thumbs up on the video for me if you can. Be like Mr. Martyr. Let's see here. By the way, I don't want to, before I go back into the weed thing here, I do want to give a little extra love to Crooked Orchids. Thank you. I don't mean to just gloss over that. I mean, that was a lot of booty right there. It was nice. Very, very good stuff. Falcor said KO is the best. Carrie said, yes, lady. Secret ADS mod said, our cheese queen. Crooked Orchid says, next is BBP. I'm not sure exactly what that means. Scrooge put in the googly eyes emojis. So there you go. Crooked Orchids threw a Cash App in there, dude. So guys, don't be afraid to show that or hook her up. Dumb, shame on you, CYX said. No, you're absolutely right, CYX. Shame on me. I'm ashamed of myself. You're absolutely right. Mr. Water said, dumb, boo, you didn't vote for issue 2. Yeah, no, I know you're right. I did a very dumb thing. Nugget Man says, so I lived out the Afroman song. I was gonna go vote, but then I got high and didn't try. No, I promise you that I just thought I was already registered, and I'm an idiot. I'm not gonna sit here and pretend I'm some sort of genius when it comes to civil stuff, but for whatever reason, I thought that I was already registered, and I totally forgot that you have to register out ahead of time, and it slipped my mind, and I wasn't thinking about it. So I was focused on other stuff today, to be quite honest with you. So, yes, Ohio is currently deciding whether or not. Well, there's a couple different things on there. The constitutional right to abortion. So, what is? Can somebody help me with what if you are pro-choice? Were you supposed to vote yes or no? I'm not sure. So, pro-choice, yes or no? Somebody in the chat help me out, or call in 844-HIT-DOM, 844-448-3862. Tell me about your voting experience. Did you have anybody get in your face? I know a guy I actually know the guy that was a famous story around here about 2 guys who got into an altercation at a voter thing, like literally the next town over. And the guy is my old neighbor. He ended up he got in a verbal argument with some guy, and some guy bit him on the nose. The verbal argument. It's crazy. It turned obviously turned into a physical argument at that point, but that actually happened. It's crazy over a stupid vote. But anyway, Falcor said yes on 1 and 2, and I'm assuming Falcor is very much pro-choice. So that was yes, and then pro-weed, I'm assuming as well, on 2 as well. So there you go. So we'll see what happens. I just saw the votes. They just had it popped up, and then we went to commercial right as I was getting ready to read you guys the numbers. But it looked like, from what I saw, it looked like issue 1 was passing so far. So we'll see how that goes. It's in a break, so it'll be back here in just a sec. So Sandy Cheek says, I may have been registered and got purged. I don't know what that means about getting purged. Nugget Man said, that's Ohio trying to stop people like you to vote. Sad that's still America. I'm assuming you guys mean the thing about registering to vote or expiring or whatever. I haven't moved or any of that kind of stuff. Nothing changed. I didn't change my address or anything like that. So it kind of is a little bit annoying, I guess. So they're showing Kentucky race alerts, stuff like that. Looks like Andy Bashir, the incumbent, is going to win. So will remain Democratic so far. So yeah, I'm more concerned. Obviously, I'm not a woman, but I do have a daughter. So I do care about issue 1 and her rights. Thankfully, I think that the crux of that one. Oh, here we go. Ohio, constitutional right to abortion. Right now, yes, it is ahead considerably by 66.7%. So it looks like that will pass in a yes. They are not showing the weed one on CNN for some reason. So let's go pull it up here. Ohio election results. Let's see if we got any live election results happening here. Okay, right now the weed is looking good, guys. Weed is now leading from what I'm seeing. 186,175 votes have been cast. And right now, 109,367 voted yes, baby. So we're up, baby, 58.74%. So the polls, I believe, close in 16 minutes. So we'll have more. These are obviously unofficial results at this point. So once the votes are certified, that's when they'll post actually, the actual results. But as of right now, weed's looking good, baby. It's looking real good. Look at that. My mom, Bish, said she voted. I know she's mad at me that I didn't vote. I'm guaranteed she's annoyed at me. She voted yes on 1 and 2 and said, my body, my choice. So there you go, Bish. Hi, you're on another Dumb Show. Who's this?
Hi, Dumb. This is Courtney, a.k.a. Sandy.
Hey, how are you?
I'm good. How are you doing?
I'm good. It's good to hear from you.
You too. So that thing about the purge, I read an article a couple days ago that said that there was my kid. They said that they purged like 26,000 voters from the Ohio voter rolls, I think like 2 weeks before the deadline to register to vote. It was the Secretary of State. So it's very possible that you were registered and then got kicked off. And then the deadline had passed before you were able to register again. And a lot of people didn't realize that they'd gotten purged off.
That's what I'm not going to sit here and pretend I was monitoring it or anything. I'm not. But I am seeing this news story that you're talking about. It says Ohio purged 26,000 voters days before abortion referendum deadline. Ohio's Republicans.
I think it was in September.
Yep, it was in late September, less than 2 weeks before the deadline. Yeah, less than 2 weeks before the deadline to register to vote. So, that one flew under the radar. I didn't see that anywhere.
Yeah, I saw it because where I live in Kentucky, I get a lot of we get a lot of Cincinnati news and stuff too. So we saw it there, and I was like, oh my goodness, like that is so messed up. But they did talk about it, but yeah, just with everything else going on in the world, it kind of got
that's
flown under the radar for sure. But
very
yeah,
good point.
we went out to vote today too. Kentucky's picking their governor, so we were out bright and early this morning.
Oh, okay, good stuff. Did you have any issues at the polls? Any weirdos or anybody telling you, who to vote for or anything like that?
Not at all.
That's
not
good.
at all. It was completely quiet outside. I went really early. It was probably like 7:30 in the morning, but no, we were in and out less than 10 minutes in and out, and they're starting to bring in the precincts reporting now. I've seen a couple people saying that they've already called it for Bashir, but the last I checked on New York Times, it was like, I think 39 or 40% of the precincts are reporting, and Bashir's only up by like maybe 40 or 50,000 votes. So I think it's still too close to call for sure, but it's looking good for him so far.
Yeah. So, okay. Well, there you go. Is that a good thing for you? Are you happy with your current incumbent?
I am happy with our current incumbent. Yes.
There you go.
The other choice is a little sketch for me. So yeah, he's really popular for a Democrat in a very, very red state. So it was odd that he got picked the first time, but I mean, he's got a pretty good rapport with everyone here. So I think he'll win out this time too.
Okay. Well, hey, if that's your man, good luck.
Yeah. Thank you.
You're welcome. Thank you for calling in. I appreciate it.
Yeah, no problem.
And thanks for being a member of the league.
Oh, absolutely. I love you guys.
All right. Love you too. Adios. All right. So Mr. Martyr says, all right, my lord, this is what it takes. It takes one person to say I read an article and suddenly voter suppression. No, I'm not suggesting that. I'm just reading I'm just confirming what she said. I'm reading an article. It says Ohio's Republican Secretary of State quietly canceled the voter registrations of more than 26,000 voters in late September, less than 2 weeks before the deadline to register to vote in next week's hotly contested abortion referendum in the state. So there you go. They're complaining. Voting rights advocates are upset because they say it lacked transparency and departed from the usual practice of alerting groups before removing registrations from the rolls. So there you go. So I'm not calling it voter suppression. I'm calling myself lazy for not being out ahead of it either way. Because even if that's the case, I should have been more than 2 weeks ahead of the deadline, been checking to see if I was actually registered to vote. So definitely feel like an asswipe for not doing my civic duty today, especially when it comes to the chronic, man. I do have another news story when it comes to weed, and I actually really believe this to be true. There's a news story, researchers from the Universidad Nacional Autónoma in Mexico did a study. Now, again, it's not a humongous sample size of people. It's only 81 people, 81 cannabis users and 51 non-cannabis users. They had to complete a 33-item questionnaire that measured their empathetic skills. And what it found was that people who regularly enjoy cannabis, marijuana, weed, chronic, that good. Speaking of that good, did you guys know? Have you ever listened to that song, Can't Stop the Feeling? Can't Stop the Feeling. Did you know that song's about smoking weed? At least part of it is about smoking weed. I didn't believe it myself until I really went back and listened to it. And there's a part in the song where he says, that good creeping up on you. So just dance, I believe is the next line. But that good creeping up on you. That's weed he's talking about. That good. That's what he's talking about. And that song was in Trolls, a kid's movie, I believe. That's what that song was in. So unless I'm mistaken, Disney's putting out songs, or Pixar, whoever made Trolls, is putting weed songs out for the kids. So, all right. So yeah, but what it does show, the marijuana, the good, those who do love use this study shows people who love using the weed are better at recognizing other people's feelings and putting themselves in someone else's shoes, which means marijuana smoking marijuana or using marijuana can make you more empathetic, according to a new study, right? So the more you smoke, the more you're able to put yourself in other people's shoes. And basically just on understanding other people's emotions. And I agree with this. I feel like this is one of the things I am very good at. I'm actually too good at this a lot of times. I will absorb the emotions and the vibe of the room that I'm in sometimes, or the people that I'm around, or a specific person. And I'm usually always high, so it just seems to be. I don't know. I don't know if this is natural, because I don't know that I necessarily recognize this as much as when I was younger, before I smoked and stuff. I don't really remember being like that, or having um, that kind of feeling, where I was absorbing other people's emotions. But I definitely do now. Like, I know immediately if there's something going on with B1. I mean, instantly. I can almost even tell through the phone, immediately, that there's something wrong. I can tell by her body language, the way she walks into a room, anything. I know immediately, and because I feel it. It's the strangest thing to describe, but it's just like a wind coming around the corner that I feel before the person even walks into the room. I'm not sitting there trying to say I'm some sort of psychic or anything by any means, but it's just the way it is. So I definitely believe that the chronic stuff. This study's right. I definitely believe it makes people more empathetic, and I don't know that it's always that way, because B1, she burns, but I don't know that she necessarily absorbs or will, like, puts herself in my shoes. And I'm not saying that as a knock on B1. I just don't know that I'm not. She hasn't really expressed to me that she feels that way. And again, I'm not trying to knock B1. So B1, if you're watching, this isn't a knock on you. I'm just saying I don't know, because you've never said anything like that to me. So, but she is usually good. Like, she'll notice if I'm upset, I guess. So I guess that does count. And all right. Double checking here some of the stuff that's going on here in the chat. I think people are still kind of going back and forth a little bit about some of the political stuff. I'm trying to read here. Yep, there's a lot going on there. Yep, talking about the religious stuff, or the political stuff we were talking about here. We'll go to Alexander. He said, so this might ruffle feathers, but I'd vote pro-choice too, aside from religion. Why would so many women vote pro-life? Religion. I mean, that's the only thing I can think of. I can't think of any really other reason why they would. Personally. I'm not a woman, though, so I don't know. Curious George, you're on Another Dumb Show.
Hey, Dom, how you doing?
I'm good, George. How are you?
I'm doing good. So I got a question. So I'm a fan of yours and all that stuff, and you've done some crazy stuff in your previous job and stuff like that. I got naked on the show, and just you shoved a potato up your butt, and just all this crazy nutty stuff.
And a paintbrush.
But also, you also have three kids. They know? Are they aware of the things that you do and all that, or do you just say, oh, it's just for the show? Or do fans come up and go, oh my God, I just saw your dad's ass on, TV or whatever in front of the kids?
If they've had people come up and mention things to them, they've never said anything to me about it. They're pretty, they've never said anything to me about it. I don't think so, other than like maybe the nice things people have said. You know what I mean? Like, they're like, they just found out that you were on the radio or whatever. They thought it was pretty cool or whatever. So, just kind of more cool moments they tell me about than people messing with them. And they've never really asked much about stuff on the show. And they do understand that there's their dad and there's dumb. You know what I mean? Like, I'm not that I'm like some big poser or some fake or anything, but much more chill around the kids. You know what I mean? I'm a dad around the kids. You know what I mean? So, but I'm still a goofball with them and we have fun. But I'm not walking around showing off a tattoo on my ass or doing crazy stunts and stuff around the house. So.
Do they understand that when someone comes up, oh my God, Dom, it's like, okay, he's not a character. It's Dad's going to get into that radio role where he's going to be, hey guys,
No.
or are you just the same either way?
No, because when I meet people, I'm still the same person, and shake hands and say hi, and I don't usually go over the top or whatever. I genuinely am excited when I see you, so that might be why it seems like it's over the top. But no, usually, I mean, if I'm out to a restaurant with the boys and somebody comes up and is like, hey, I'm a big fan of the show. I always say thank you or whatever, and usually people will try to be like, oh, I don't want to bother you guys reading, and so they go away real quickly or whatever, which is cool. But the boys will usually like,
cool.
yeah, the boys will usually like be like they have a little smile on their face, and they'll like, every once in a while I'll look at them and be like, that's kind of cool, huh? And they're like, yeah, it is, so that they recognize it, and but it's honestly people. I don't have people in public come up to me and be dicks. It's all online and over the phone and stuff like that. So no, it's never like that. Thankfully, you know what I mean.
Yeah, it must be cool. Like if you think about it, dumb. Like people, when you say dumb, people think, oh, that Sean Street guy. Like you're popular in Cleveland. Yeah, not every damn person knows who the hell dumb is, but just imagine if you were in the Cleveland Stadium and someone flash your picture up on the jumbotron. A majority of the people there would go, that dumb dude.
I don't know if majority. Cool. I don't know if George. Maybe a section, George. I don't know about a majority. I would go with a section. I'll claim I could. I'll get the amount of people that takes up one section. I'll go with that, George. But I don't know about the majority of people. Okay. Let's be realistic here. So it's a big fish in a small pond, as they say, or whatever, or a medium-sized fish in a small pond. But no, I appreciate you saying all that. Yeah, no, the boys are great. We don't have any kind of the show's never been a problem. Their mom, I think, always kind of was, yeah, your dad's in entertainment. You know what I mean? So it was just kind of, and she didn't let them watch it. She didn't let them listen to it. They understand if they're told not to do something, it's for their own good. So they're not like, oh, they're the opposite of I was, where if you told me not to touch the hot stove, I was going to reach up and touch the hot stove. They're not like that. You tell them not to touch the hot stove, they're suddenly scared to death of the stove. That's the type of kids there, which is good. I'm glad that's the type of people they are. So that's why I always say they're, people like, well, I always give my ex-wife credit for the way my kids are. It's not only necessarily like trying to degrade myself. It's just really they've inherited many of her great qualities because she is like that too. So it's, and they learned a lot from B1. B1's like a very kind person. And she helped raise Shay and Brady from very young. So I think that helped too. And I probably don't say that enough too. I feel bad that, I always give Andrea all the credit and say, oh, I'm a little bit of this. But B1 did do a lot helping raise those boys for sure. So credit to B1. So anything else? Anything else, George? Any other questions?
No, that's it. Nope, that's it. Thanks, Dom. That's all I wanted. All right, thanks, bro.
All right, dude. Later. Take it easy.
All right,
844-HIT-DOM, 844-448-3862. I have the Jean Queen herself. Tessa, you're on another dumb show. What's happening?
Hi.
Hi.
I was just calling because I'm finishing up locking up the old people.
Okay. You work at a nursing home, right?
Yeah, assisted living.
Assisted living. Okay. Yeah, same. Sorry, I forgot what they call it. All right. So you're
Have a
getting
good night, guys.
Give them their peas and their carrots. You're closing them in their cages, and you're going.
Gotta lock up the doors and make sure that they're all accounted for. Nobody's escaped.
And they're all gonna now.
They do that.
This is when they're all gonna go start banging each other, right? This is when all the STDs.
It's totally possible. I'm not gonna find out.
Yeah, well, this is when they do
it. That's their business. That's between them. We do have some married couples, so.
Well, they're probably involved in some big orgies and stuff at this point. They're swinging all around there. So that's what I'm hoping for.
STDs are a big thing in nursing homes.
Yeah, you guys should hand out condoms with dinner. Or with
I don't think they care.
Give them yeah, that's a good point. Why would they care? They're like, screw it. What if I get? We all have it. What's the difference?
I mean, I've got like 98-year-olds, so yeah, they don't care.
I thought you were about to say I have like.
They want their booze and their bingo.
I thought you were about to say I have like 98 STDs.
No, I have 0. Thank you.
Good. I'm glad to hear it. So what's going on?
We like clean bills.
What can I do?
Nothing.
For you?
I just thought I'd call and bother you.
Oh well,
you're by yourself.
You're never a bother. It's always good when you call in. I appreciate it. So do you guys? Where are you at? What state are you in? Are you in Ohio?
Ohio. I'm in Chardon.
Oh, I didn't realize that. Oh, or maybe you told me that and I forgot.
Yeah.
So actually, let me write that down. I always forget that. So
yes, I did vote.
You did vote. So all right, cool. I
did vote, and they didn't give me a sticker.
Did you help? You're not. I was gonna say, damn it. I was hoping for your picture too. Damn it. So I thought Crooked Orchids was starting a trend here. And
I tried. They didn't give it to me.
I was just say disaster. That doesn't mean I want a picture of a voting sticker on your ass. Okay, trust me.
Well,
when
why not? Come on now.
Disaster. I've seen Disaster's ass. I don't need to see it again. Thank you very much.
I haven't.
Up close and personal.
I don't know if I want to.
Up close and personal, damn it. So, all right. Well, it sounds like you're getting in the car and you're heading home. So I'll let you focus on getting home and driving safely. Oh, did you vote for the weed?
Yes, of course.
Yay! Congratulations.
And
thank you very much.
Fuck those babies, but my own. So.
Really?
Yes.
Okay, so there you go. So
I don't care. People want to have abortions. Let them have abortions. What the fuck does it matter to me?
Oh, I misunderstood the way. I totally misunstood that the way you're saying that. Oh, okay.
No,
yes, that makes
fuck
more sense
those
now.
babies except mine.
Okay, wow, that's it.
No.
Now so that's not a pro-choice stance. I'm a pro-abortion stance. That's a straight up.
No, I'm to be honest, that's just a saying I saw online. No, I love kids, and I love people that have kids. I love people that don't have kids. I don't care what you do, just be smart. Don't hurt kids.
Live your life. I hear you.
Yeah. Do what's going to be best for you and your family, and that's that. I don't care.
Right on. I hear you. Well, all right, Tetsa. Well, thank you for calling. I appreciate you sharing your votes. Thanks for helping all the stoners stay stoned. Appreciate it.
Yeah.
All right.
Have a good night.
All right, you too. Adios. 844-HIT-DUM, 844-448-3862. That is the number to call. I think we are going to take a quick break. I kind of lost track of time. When we come back, we do have to do our Another Dumb Fantasy Football League update. I did have an email here today from speaking of fantasy football, from Neighbor Dave. Now, Neighbor Dave, you know what? I'll tell you what. I'll read that email to you guys when I come back. So let's do this. Let's take a quick break. If you've not taken a second to hit the thumbs up on tonight's videos, please do that. Give it a big hard one too. Just think about Crooked Orchids putting out that love for you guys with that beautiful booty, with that dynamic dumper. Give her a thumbs up, if nothing else. Tonight's video, like Mr. Martyr said, is worth thumbs upping just for that, if nothing else. So, and it also helps a brother out too. So I do appreciate when you guys do that. We are going to take a quick break. When we come back, I have that email from Neighbor Dave. We'll do our fantasy football stuff. And then I think I got a couple other stories we'll cover here. And an update about the stallion. Yeah, buddy. All right, we'll be right back on Another Dumb Show. Sit tight. We're back. Welcome back to another Dumb Show, issue number 130. I'm another Dumb Show host. So happy to have you guys here streaming on my tube. You know how good it feels having you guys streaming on my tube with me. Is my mic not? Why does it sound so quiet all of a sudden? That's weird. Mic sounded super quiet. All right, hold on one sec. Am I quiet here? Hold on. That was weird. All right, anyway, we're back. Okay. All right. Welcome back to another Dumb Show. Thank you guys for being here with us. Mikey is not here with us this evening. I don't know if he just popped on the chat or something. Oh, hold on one sec. I got to get my tissue here. Oh, sorry, guys. I'm dealing this nose running. Oh, I'm ripping my ears off. Hold on one sec. Sorry, this cold's driving me crazy. My nose is running like a sieve right now. Mikey is not here tonight, but I do want to give him a little shout out. I don't know if he's watching. I'm assuming he is. If you are, what's up, dude? Miss you. We'll talk to you when we talk to you. Right now, though, I got to give him some love because he showed me something that is super cool. I've been having issues where, like, when I buy these wraps because I smoke bleezies, right? So I need wraps for them. They come with 2 in a pack, two wraps per pack. I take when I roll them up, I'll take one out. I take that one and I cut it in half. So I end up with in the end I get 4 out of 1 pack, right? Which is awesome. So sometimes when I cut them in half, I'll roll one up and then I just leave the second one just sitting on the table. And these things dry up really quickly. And then once they're dry, in the past, they've been wasted, totally wasted. But then my dude told me a little trick, a stoner trick I'd never known. I thought I knew every stoner trick in the book until he told me this one the other day. When you get a wrap that's all dried up, all you got to do is you put it in your hand like this. You just slide it in, and then you go, like you're trying to warm your hand up, right? Like in the winter, you know, you do that. But you do a real big, heavy, thick one. And this thing literally, it redoes it all over again. It starts it all over again. It refreshes the whole thing. So big shout out to my dude, Mikey. I appreciate it so much. Thank you for showing me that little tip, my friend. Guys, it is Tuesday. It is that time of the week. Ladies and gentlemen, without further ado, it is time. Hold on one sec. Before I kill us this week, because I kill us every week with this, it is time for another Dumb Fantasy Football League. That's right, ladies and gentlemen. It's Tuesday. It's time for another Dumb Show Fantasy Football League. What a dynamic week we have had. What a run one of the teams has been on this week, or this past few weeks. It's unbelievable the way this league is shaking out. A shocking upset this week. Our last place team The Maruaders, Jerry's team, upset Brad H's team, John Gruden's Gmail. A huge upset this week. Shocking to see what happened here in week 9 of another Dumb Fantasy Football League. We had the Maruaders in a big victory, 108.4 over John Gruden's Gmail, 102.7. A big W there. Our last place team taking down the first place team. Who would have thought? It's like the Browns when they sucked and would take down the Patriots. You remember that when they did that one year? It's crazy to think that we had such a flip this season, this week. And it affected the whole league. Essentially, a lot of flip-flop in this whole league. The whole league jumped around this week. Mikey, I mentioned yesterday, was on his way to losing to his Skull Crusher team, was on his way to losing to another dumb team. And sure enough, guys, another dumb team prevailed. It took down Mikey's team 86.78 to 76.12. Now, another dumb team is not really doing well as far as points, but it seems like every week I'm lucky and I catch a break, and all the teams I'm facing just underperform. I'm so lucky that all these teams are underperforming because otherwise I'd be screwed. Neighbor Dave, I mentioned him earlier. His team, Bone Crusher, took down our second or third place team sent from my iPhone in a big W, 110.62 over 107 to 107.24. So a big win for Bone Crusher over sent from my iPhone. And I mentioned Neighbor Dave. Now, Neighbor Dave sent me an email, and he said, I want in on a food challenge for the show. So I said, how about Mikey's McDonald's challenge? And he said, all right, I'm down. It sounds good. What's in it? And he confirmed all the stuff that's in it: 3 Big Macs, 2 large fry, 20-piece McNugget, the sauces, and a large drink of your choice. That's Mikey's McDonald's challenge. If you're new to the show, or you're just watching, or you've forgotten about Mikey's McDonald's challenge, we're still waiting for somebody to take down the king. I don't remember exactly what my time was. I think it was 18:17 or something like that, I think was my time, or 17:18. I can't remember off the top of my head. Mikey was supposed to keep keep track of that for me. So we'll have to remember with them. We'll have to go over that with Mikey next time he's on. Either way, if you guys remember, put it in there. But Neighbor Dave said, I said, all right, Neighbor Dave, Mikey's not here tonight. And this is earlier today, a few hours ago. I said, hey, all right, all good, man. You want to do it tonight? And he said, after I reminded him everything that was in it, he goes, yeah, I'm going to have to wait to do that. That sounds like a $40 McDonald's meal. I'll be listening tonight. See you soon, buddy. So much love, Neighbor Dave. I will pay for your Mikey's McDonald's challenge. I can't do it for everybody, but because Neighbor Dave is a neighbor, I'll do the neighborly thing here. And I will pay for your Mikey's McDonald's challenge if you do want to do it tomorrow night, Neighbor Dave. So back to the Fantasy Football League, and I do have an update on a food challenge too. So somebody remind me, in case I forget before the end of the show, remind me about a food challenge other than Mikey's McDonald's challenge. I have an update. But back to fantasy football. We have the Ocean Gate Titans. The Ocean Gate Titans, what a run this team has been on. The Ocean Gate Titans, Ken K's team, they started out 0-3, guys. They have now been on a 6-game win streak after they beat Judge Judy today, 140.08 to 97.6. Judge Judy's team is struggling lately, a slide. Right now, Pat Wooey is licking his wounds after taking a big loss to one of the lower-ranked teams, one of the mid to lower-ranked teams, the Aegean Icarians, GK, his team. But with a big win, a huge performance this weekend, 131.12, and Pat Wooey only 117.72. Now, GK was huge help. He had, who's this Schultz guy, Dalton Schultz, that's right, the tight end for the Houston Texans, after the monumental, historic performance from C.J. Stroud, the quarterback from the Texans, throwing for almost 500 yards, 4 or 5 touchdowns, just an absolutely unbelievable performance, setting rookie records. Almost won a bet for me. Lost the bet for B1, so I feel bad for her about that. And then finally, I mentioned the Maruaders, who beat John Gruden's Gmail 108.4 to 102.7. And then last but not least, we have the Go Cup Yourself losing to Agugla 130.58 to 111.12. Agugla have been on a great streak there. That's a solid team there with the help from Jalen Hurts and the Eagles, who have been turning it on lately. And, of course, a huge showing from the Cleveland Browns shutout defense. So, again, big shout out. How about them dogs? So I did, speaking of the dogs, I heard one of the main dogs, I saw Myles Garrett on the Pat McAfee show today. It was pretty cool seeing him on there. He said something that was strange to me, though. Something I never heard a player say, or never thought I'd hear a player say, was that he enjoys playing in away stadiums more than he enjoys playing in home stadiums. And he said the reason is because nothing is better than silencing 60,000 people, just making them go dead silent with a big play, with a strip sack or something like that. So, which makes perfect sense. I just never really heard somebody say, I just never heard anybody say that before. Sorry, I just got distracted. I forgot what I was talking about too. Oh, Pat McAfee and what I saw today on there. And now I've totally blanked on it because I saw Creepy Michelle say she wants to do a food challenge. So we'll come back to the food challenges. I forgot about that. Oh, what they were talking about was what I was talking about, Myles Garrett, the Brown, on Pat McAfee, saying that he liked silencing a crowd more so than actually being at home with the crowd cheering you on and getting loud and stuff like that. Probably because of Cleveland Browns Stadium. I love the Browns and the Browns fans and our fan base, but I got to tell you, we have one of the dumber fan bases when it comes to when we're on offense. Our fans do not shut up in the stands. And I know sometimes we have a lot of like Pittsburgh fans and stuff. I'm talking about any game. It could be playing Seattle at home, where there's not a lot of people flying in, a lot of Seattle fans there. It's almost all Browns fans. They're still loud. They're still loud while the Browns are on offense. It drives me fucking crazy. When the Browns are on offense, you should be able to hear a pin drop in that stadium. Other than the 5 or 6 Seattle Seahawks fans that are there going, yeah, yeah. All you should be able to hear is nothing. It drives me fucking nuts. Then the opposite on defense, on third down, it should be like I'm mentioning Seattle. They created a small earthquake one time after, well, this was on an offensive play, so maybe a bad example. But anyway, they're loud as fuck. They got the 12th man. That's why it's called the 12th man, because they're so loud and it can affect the game. I don't understand. And I get it. The Browns have the dog pound, and the dog pound gets loud. But the rest of the stadium on third down should be so loud you can't hear yourself think. And it's just not like that at the stadium. It drives me crazy. Anyway, so let's check in with I'll show up the standings here. I did break down all the scores from this past week, but I will now break down the standings for this week. We have Mikey's team in last place at 3-6. 12th place team. Last week they were in 11th place, so they've dropped a spot. Still, their number one player is Adam Thielen. I still think Mikey's first place guy was Kirk Cousins, but Kirk Cousins is no longer there. So that's it. Cousins is out with his Achilles injury. And boy, how about Aaron Rodgers being caught on camera saying to Derwin James, the corner last night after Monday Night Football, or maybe before, either way, telling Derwin James that he might be back in a few weeks. I know he kind of discredited that and downplayed that a little bit on Pat McAfee's show today too, but I tell you what, how crazy is it going to be if he ends up coming back before the end of the season? So, wow, that would be really neat. So anyway, Mikey's team with Adam Thielen, 20th ranked overall in fantasy points. And then next up we have, for Mikey, we have Go Cup Yourself. That's Chris K's team. Now in 11th place, this guy's been bringing up the rear the whole season, and now he's moved up into 11th from 12th. Jerry's team, the Maru Raiders, with the top performer being Patrick Mahomes, 171.48 fantasy points, 7th overall. We'll be facing the Aegean Icarians GK, another team who won this week in a big upset. Shout out to Jerry. Congratulations and thank you for beating the number one team this week. I want to give you some love, my dude. Very impressive that you were able to take down the main team this week. and helped the whole league. You helped us all, dude. So way to go. Big love to Jerry. Let's see here. Moving on into 10th place, we have Go Cup Yourself. They are 3 and 6 last week. Same place they were in last week, 10th place. Remained in 10th after a loss this week to Agugla. They still have one of the top performers in the league, though, Buffalo Bills wide receiver Stephon Diggs with 195.4 fantasy points. His next opponent coming up, Go Cup Yourself, will face Mikey's team, Skull Crusher. Mikey looking to climb out of the doldrums. Next up, we have in 9th place, Judge Judy, Austin's team. Austin looking dapper at the wedding this past weekend, but Disaster is asking, did Dumb just say the Maruators? Yes, that's because Jerry misspelled Marauders. In case you missed that, he either intentionally or accidentally spelled it wrong. So the Maruators is his team. So yes, Diz, I said it right. Anyway, back to Austin's team. Boy, the 9th place team, Judge Judy, they are struggling, unlike Austin's, like I said, his handsome outfit that he had on at the wedding the other night. Puka Nakua is still their number 1 performer with 13th overall. Austin dropped, plummeting 3 places after their loss this week to Ocean Gate Titans. So again, we'll get to them in a second. They're a big streak. But it's a big matchup, family matchup, as Austin is going to be taking on another dumb team this week. So we'll see if the young man can take on the old man's team. I'm not his old man, but I'm an old man, and I might be my future son-in-law. We'll see. Keely talking about marriage awful lot these days. So Austin, I hope you're in for it, buddy. You're already in for it if you're not all in, buddy. And now, guys, in 8th place, we have the Aegean Icarians, owned by GK, 4-5 team after an upset victory over the Wooies. Moved up to 8th place from 9th with the number 1 performer in the league, the Cheetah, Tyreek Hill, wide receiver for the Miami Dolphins, who didn't have the greatest game over in Frankfurt, but still remains in first place. And then again, like I said, the Maruators, that's Jerry's team. They'll be up next week against GK's team. And let's see who we have here in 7th place. Look at who it is, another dumb team dropping a spot despite a victory. Very strange. Did I put that in wrong? Did I put myself in the wrong spot? No, I did drop a spot. Even though I lost or won, I dropped a spot in the rankings. I am 5-4. There's a 5-way tie, I believe, for 3rd place right now, or 2nd or 3rd place right now. We'll get to the final standings at the end. But Lamar Jackson, my number 1 performer, and also my son's favorite player, 9th place overall performer. Next week, like you said, I'll be facing Austin's team. And then here we have in 6th place now, Brad L's team, Agugla, started out the season really rough. Not the best performance starting out. I think they started out 0-3. And now I think they lost 1-1, then lost 1, and they've been on, I've been on a 3-game winning streak. So congratulations to Brad L for his team really performing very well. And again, riding on the strong quads of Jalen Hurts, the quarterback for the Philadelphia Eagles, 205.48 fantasy points, 3rd overall. Now we move into some of the top performers in 5th place. Semp from my iPhone was in 3rd place last week, dropped 2 spots after a big loss, an upset from, well, maybe not an upset from Bone Crusher. He's got a good team there. That could have gone either way. His top performer, quarterback for the Chargers, Justin Herbert, is in 18th place overall in the fantasy player rankings. He'll be facing the Wooies next week. That's a big game between those two. Those two, I believe, are in, let's see, that's our 3rd and 5th place teams, both with the same record, so it's really going to be a big game next week. This whole next week is going to really going to matter next week. Speaking of next week, Bone Crusher is going to be facing the Ocean Gate Titans, but he has moved up in the rankings this week, 5th to 4th, 5-4 overall, with one of the better performers, a top 10 performer, 8th place, Raheem Mostert, running back for the Miami Dolphins and one of the fastest people in the league. Love watching that guy play. He's so dynamic. And we move up into our top 3 performers. The Wooies, after a big loss this week, an upset, he is now dropped from 2nd to 3rd place. and we have his top performer, the quarterback for the Buffalo Bills, who, I'll be honest with you, massively underperformed this week. So it would be not. Who knows what's going on with the Bills? They are so streaky. I would hate I know he's the second overall in player points, but I would just, man, that guy makes me so nervous. I would hate having him as my quarterback. The Wooies next up against except for my other friend, like I mentioned, and now we move into second place. This guy right here, holy cow, the Ocean Gate Titans. This team started out 0-3, guys. They were dead last at one point. They are on a 6-game winning streak, all thanks to the strong legs of Travis Etienne Jr., the running back from the Jacksonville Jaguars, 12th place in the fantasy points overall. But Ken K has been slowly jumping up the rankings week by week by week by week, and right now is in a two-way tie for first place. It says second on there, but he's in a two-way tie with our first place guy, John Gruden's Gmail, Brad H's team, who's been in first essentially the all season. But now he's got somebody after he took a loss this past week. We've got somebody who's knocking on the door and tied with him first, and he did have a guy on the bench this week. He did have McCaffrey on the bench this week in a bye week, so it could have had something to do with why he took an L. But hey, I tell you what, still pretty impressive for Jerry's last place team to take down the first place team. So here are the standings in the 2023 Another Dumb Fantasy Football League. The season standings go as follows. John Gruden's Gmail up on top. We got 2 teams tied for first, and then we have 5 teams tied for what would be described as second place, all fighting for those top 4 playoff spots. So it's really anybody's ball game to get in there at that point. And again, it is based on points, so I probably don't have a shot. Not gonna lie here. But hey, you never know what happens in the playoffs when you end up if you can make a little run here. Mid-season run. This is where the good teams start taking the lead. That's what they say. This mid-season. This is where the big teams start shining. So there you go. You see we have a couple 4 and 5 teams, and then 3 teams down there at 3 and 6, and poor Mikey down there in last place. So that is what's happening in Another Dumb Fantasy Football League, guys. Very excited about that. I don't think I'm gonna win, but I don't think I'm gonna come in last place. That is the good news there. So I won't have to be eating those fucking Snickers with the American cheese wrapped around. Disgusting. All right. I'll check in with the chat here, guys. Nugget Man says he misses Mikey. Angelina says she misses Mikey. Oh, by the way, Angelina earlier mentioned my my little polo here. I'm only wearing, this is actually something I never wear around the house and only wear out when I'm like all dressed up. But all my other hoodies are dirty, and I just didn't feel like doing laundry today, so I pulled this bad boy out. But yes, I do feel like I do look very handsome in this thing. I love it. It's one of my favorite things to wear. I should wear it more often. I do only wear it when I go out for like fun stuff. So, all right, guys. Let's see here. Where did I leave off? Oh, I saw an email, or I saw somebody in the chat mentioning earlier Crooked. I mentioned Crooked Orchids earlier. She showed her beautiful booty off to everybody, her dynamic dumper. And I did also see that there was something in there about her getting an order of wine. And I don't know if you guys have noticed, but I have been drinking soda lately because I realized that I was drinking beer every day. And that is not a good thing for me to do because not that I was getting drunk every day, but I know when I am starting to drink too frequently, because in the middle of the day, just on a random day, I'll start to notice that I feel like I'm missing something. And I can't figure out what it is. Like there's not enough weed in the world that'll cover whatever it is. I feel like I'll eat something, I just feel like something's missing. And then I realize I want to drink. And so I made a conscious effort, or made a decision to stop drinking every day. So I didn't mean to. I know I haven't been mentioning how the second hour is always happy hour here on Another Dumb Show. I should be doing that for you guys. However, I have not been participating in happy hour just because I needed to take a little. I'm not trying to say I'm like going sober, or I didn't do sober October or November or anything like that. But I just decided it would be smart not to drink every day because I know when because I believe, I don't think I'm like a full-blown alcoholic by any means, but I'm like a little borderline one. Then that's probably why I smoke, because it just takes away the urge to want to do it. Unless I'm starting to drink every day, that's when, I got the Irish curse with that. So I got to be careful. And I'm aware of it because, it's been in my family. My dad had to quit drinking because he destroyed his pancreas. My mom was an alcoholic and, well, is to this day, and really can't drink much. So it's in the blood. And then I saw Crooked Orchids in there talking about getting her wine delivery, and boy, some red wine sounds good. It's getting cold and rainy. Man, I would kill for a nice glass of red wine right now, but I'm not going to have one. I mentioned borderline alcoholic, and I came across a news story that tells you the 6 signs that you're a borderline alcoholic and 4 tips on how to cut back. And this story it came out because Adele admitted that she had to cut back on her drinking because she felt like she was a borderline alcoholic for most of her 20s. So she's kind of backed it down since then. All right. So because here's a doctor explaining borderline alcoholism. He or she says, because it's less easy to define, borderline alcoholics come in many forms and can experience more subtle presentations. Borderliners, quote, that's what they're calling them, borderliners, are likely to do one or all of the following, according to this doctor. Number 1, drink alcohol every day without thinking about it. Now, I was starting to get to that point. It was just every day. It's just like, oh, I'm out of beer. I got to go get more beer. I need to have beer during the show. It's what we do. I drink beer. I got to have beer. So I was at that point where I just wasn't thinking about the fact that I was drinking every day. I was thinking about the fact that I didn't have alcohol to drink. Binge drink regularly. No, I don't really do that. Occasionally on the weekends, I'll knock down a bottle of wine, but I really haven't done that in a while. I'll have some wine at weddings, just because have it early enough in the night. You have a glass of wine, you drink a little fast, you get a little buzz, it makes a little bit of fun while you're playing the first set of music. Sober up by the time you go. It's great. Perfect little scenario, which I wouldn't describe as binge drinking, but there have been times where I've knocked down 2.5 bottles of wine at a time. So it took Snitzer on the old show telling me that's not good to drink 2 bottles of wine in one sitting. I thought that was normal. Apparently not. Borderline alcoholics also only socialize where drink is involved. That's not true. I will go out and do things without drinks being involved. I just feel like it just happens to be that's where most of the places I go. So maybe I'm planning on going to places where there's drinks. I don't know. This next one is drink regularly during the day. I do not do that. The only time I really have day drink is usually if I'm tailgating. And I think St. Patrick's Day is a day drinking day for me, obviously. So no, regularly drinking during the day to me is a really, really huge red flag that you are a drizzunk. This one, finding annoying when others are not drinking. Borderline alcoholics find it annoying when others are not drinking. So that does not define me. I do not give a crap if other people aren't drinking around me. If I'm drinking and you're not drinking, I don't give a crap. I just might be able to use you for a ride home. And then this last one is drink more than the national health guidelines every month. I don't know what the actual the guidelines are, and I think they're talking. I think this story came out in Britain, so they're talking in milliliters and shit. So wait, here it is. Okay, you're not supposed to have more than 14 units spread across 3 days or more. That equates to around 6 glasses of wine within 3 days. So you should not be drinking more than 2 glasses of wine across 3 days or more. Two glasses of wine per day. Or if you drink a bottle of wine in 3 days, you got to wait another 3 days to drink another bottle of wine, I guess is what they're saying. So don't go back to back. Don't do a bottle of Pinot on a Saturday or a Friday and then a bottle of Cabernet on a Saturday. Don't do that. That'll say you have one. So there's a way. Here's the cut back. Here's how you guys can cut back. Some starting tips to go about how to quit drinking or cut back drinking. You could kickstart it. A sober event such as Dry January. It gives you a target to stick to. Very hard, but it's an opportunity to gain some clarity on how much your life centers around drinking. Sober socializing. The doctor suggests socializing without the temptation of a drink. The doctor says maybe a new exercise class, a dog walk, the movies, or even a coffee shop are great ways to catch up with friends without a drink. And remember, you're not alone. Thousands of people are in the same boat as you and also have either borderline or alcoholism. So following their journey or sharing your own can help. So look for local groups or communities on social media, which is, I think, why our community here has been great for a lot of people. We got a lot of people who have been former addicts and been through trauma in their lives and things like that, and find a little group that we look out for each other. And then getting inspired can help you quit drinking. You listen to others talk about their journey. It can help you feel more positive and accepting of your own journey. So there you go, guys. There's some ways to know whether or not you are a borderline alcoholic, and some ways that if you are one, you can actually maybe curb it a little bit. So let me check in over here with the chat here. Alexander said, I hear you, man. I almost could go every day. I'm trying to limit myself to twice a week. Good for you. Hey, get away from there. Get away from that camera, both of you. Get. Let's see. Secret ADS Mod said the wedding that she helped me at the other night was an open bar. She said I told her that, of course, you could get some drink. She didn't, though. She just wanted to do well at the photo booth. Well, you had a long drive, too. You did do a lot of driving that night. So, again, thank you very much to you. But you could have at least had a glass of wine and ran the booth. You'd have been just fine. It takes just putting the props back, you know. Secret ADS Mod says it's normal to drink 2 bottles of wine. The Snitzer on the old show is old, and he has no idea what he's saying. No, I think drinking two bottles of wine to the dome was a lot of wine in hindsight. Probably not the best. Let's see. I did see somebody mention something about gout. Yeah, gout is no joke. My dad had gout when he was younger. My dad still, he can't eat shellfish. He can't eat any kind of like citrus fruit because those all give him gout. So my dad stays away from all that kind of stuff. And I, fortunately, have not had to deal with that at all because that sounds like an absolute torture. The little tiny spiny things inside of your feet or whatever like that. So, well, guys, we're getting close to the end of the show here. I do have a couple quick hitters here. It's Veterans Day, right? That is today, right? Veterans Day? Yeah, right? Hold on. I believe it's today. Yeah, right? Yeah, same day as voting. When's Veterans Day? Is it today, right? Oh, wait, it's observed on the 11th? I thought the kids were off for voting today. Oh, anyway, so all right. So Veterans Day is coming up here on the 11th. Unless I'm a doo-doo head, who cares? But either way, I don't really care. But there is a strip club in Las Vegas called the Crazy Horse the Third that has announced that they are going to hook up all those who have served, quote, honoring those who have served, complimentary lap dance for all veterans and active duty. Thank you for your service, ladies. How about that? I mean, what a wonderful club. You got to give them credit. So if I ever go to Vegas, I would definitely go to the Crazy Horse the Third, just because they did this awesome thing. Now, it is really just to get people to come in during the middle of the day, because this is going just from midday till 6 p.m. So if you're a veteran in Vegas, but actually, there's plenty of people in the middle of the day where people are, hanging out, in Vegas. That's middle of the day stuff. A lot of veterans, probably dudes that go. So yeah, 12 p.m. to 6 p.m. on November 11th. Oh, here's the actual picture. Open the picture for Christmas sake. Thank you. Here is a picture. Now, if she's dancing there, that might be worth a trip for sure. That's a nice set right there, even though they're fake. But that's a nice, like that blonde hair and the smoky eyes. It's very sexy. Face is a little, not bad. Okay. This is the official, unofficial after party Veterans Day, honoring those who served. Complimentary lap dance for all veterans and active duty at the Crazy Horse 3 in Las Vegas. So, hey, much love to them. Thank you, ladies, like I said, for doing your duty, putting in work to take care of all of our servicemen and women. How about that? Didn't even think about that. I'm just thinking all the dudes, but hell, there's a lot of ladies who have served. So, big ups to both of them for doing it. I wonder how that works if those girls just get paid by the club to come in early and the club just pays them per lap dance, what they would normally make for a guy. I wonder how that works. If only I knew somebody who worked in a strip club that I could ask something like that to. If only I knew. All right. One last thing for Horn Dog. Ooh. The phones are ringing. Neighbor Dave, you're on another dumb show. What's up, dude?
What's going on, Tom?
Hey, bro. What's happening?
Hey, nothing much. I don't know about that food challenge.
You bailing?
I just had McDonald's and I had a 20-piece and 2 large fry, and I am stuffed. I haven't even touched no Big Mac.
Another one bites the dust, as they say.
There's no way I could do that.
See, everybody thinks it's not that hard until all of a sudden they try it out and they realize, oh shit, this is real hard. So hey,
dude, have you?
What's that?
Have you tried their spicy jam sauce though? That is really good.
It is very good. It's bomb. It really is very good. Yeah, that's their new nugget sauce, right? I think I got that on.
Yeah.
When did I get that? But no, I definitely have tried that. It's phenomenal. Very good. It's making me want McDonald's right now.
Really good.
So bad. All right. So neighbor Dave, that sounds good. We'll let you off the hook for that one. I understand it's not for everybody. It is a massive amount of food to take down, and to try to do it quickly.
You know what? I could try the Taco Bell one, the soft tacos.
All right.
I think I could. I think I might be able to do that one.
Okay. All right. Now we're talking. So what was that? Now I can't remember my time on that one either. I should write these things down and save them, but I never do. So how many tacos did I get down? Was it in 10 minutes or 20 minutes? I can't remember. Somebody help me out.
I think you got down 20.
Is that what we did? I got down 20 of them, and it was how fast I got 20 of them down?
Yeah, because I think you had 2 boxes.
I tell you what, dude. I remember thinking that was going to, because I did that 96 tacos back in the day. I remember thinking this one was going to be a cakewalk at that point, but I tell you what, something changed. I don't know if those are more meaty in those tacos or what, but boy, oh boy, that was a lot harder than I remember it was back when I was 400 pounds. So, neighbor Dave, I wish, let's get, all right, you want to do it tomorrow?
The taco? I could do the taco.
All right, let's do the tacos tomorrow then. Let's plan on, we'll do it let's shoot for 8 o'clock. We'll do it after a break tomorrow. How's that sound?
All right, sounds good. I'll get with you tomorrow.
Perfect. All right, dude, I will talk to you tomorrow, man. Have a good night. Thanks for calling in. I appreciate it.
All right.
Oh, and congrats on your win this week, dude. Your team's looking tight.
Yeah, that was a big win. Big win. I got some big games coming up. I got Ocean. I'm playing him next, and
that's a tough
one,
man.
Got some big games coming up.
6-game winning streak.
Yeah, he's doing really good.
6-game winning streak. Can you believe that? How good does he have to feel every week?
Right.
All right, my dude.
Sounds
Well, I will
good.
let you go. Go spend the rest of your
All
night practicing deep throating tacos. I would,
right, All
I
right,
would
Devil. Talk to you later.
stretch that throat out. You're gonna need it. Adios. Bye. Yeah, you got to have a pliable throat in order to get those tacos down. You know who probably has a very pliable throat, or at least I would hope has a pliable throat? The Stallion. She released an Instagram video today that I just, you guys, when the Stallion posts, I see it. I got to see it. Um, so here it is. To wrap the show up tonight, I can't play any of the audio, obviously, because I can't. It's her new song, Cobra. Here she is, just being sexy, guys. Just cause. So here she is. She's crawling out of a cobra's mouth or some kind of snake's mouth. Look at them things swinging. Look at that booty popping. Look at this gorgeous, sexy piece of woman right here. Look at that. And then we have a snake. So there you go. No better way to end the show than the Stallion just being hot and sexy, all oiled up. Nothing hotter than a chick when they are all oiled up, man. I never forget. B1 did one of these. There's a bar around here that does like a local contest. It's like the Miss Name of the Bar contest. And she participated in it. And she looked probably one of the best she's ever looked in her life. I mean, just was in probably one of the best shapes she's ever been. She was super tan. She was not only was she tan, but she like put on self tanner too, so she was even darker. And then she put this like sparkly oil all over herself. Holy fucking shit. So fucking hot. Oh, I love that shit. So, yep, the more Jersey Shore she looks, the better off I am. I'll be honest with you. The more snooky your skin is, the happier I am. I know that's an unpopular opinion, but I'm all for the tan skin, baby. And I'd much rather you not get the wrinkly, the alligator skin down the road. So just use the self tanner. Just spread that shit on, or get spray tan. Stay dark, man. That shit's so hot. And then spread yourself with oil everywhere and walk around naked. Okay, that's what guys want. All right, enough of these clothes, ladies. We've had enough of them. All right, that's gonna wrap things up for us, guys. I am officially. I got to wrap. My throat's running out of gas too, guys. So I got to give myself a little bit of a break. But that's all she wrote for tonight. If you've not already taken a second to hit the thumbs up. Oh shit! Hold on. Before I go to break, I forgot. So you guys forgot to remind me. Hold on. Alrighty, guys. I think I'm ready. I believe I am ready. Oh, perfect. I can put them right there. You can't even see. I believe I'm ready. One of the after shows we did a while back, I made a comment that I believe that I could eat an entire box of these. And now I've gotten them. So, obviously, Angelina, thank you. This is the other challenge I was speaking of. Obviously, I can't do this when it's just me here by myself because I need to eat them and do it as fast as I can. That's the goal here. I turn these into challenges to see how fast I can do all these. Whether or not I can do all of them, and if so, how many can I do? This box has 15 sandwiches in it. 15 Uncrustables. I can't remember the size of the box that Creepy Michelle was talking about in this challenge last time. But I do have these. I got my grape, jelly, peanut butter and grape, jelly, Uncrustable sandwiches. So I'm going to do this challenge. It looks like neighbor Dave's going to do one tomorrow. He's going to do the taco challenge tomorrow, so we'll do that. So then, depending on Mikey, if he's going to be here on Thursday, we will do the Uncrustable challenge then, because I can't do it when I don't have somebody else here to talk, because otherwise it's just me going I'm all night eating food, because I eat like a pig, and that's just all there is to it. So I have these, And if I'm able to finish these, we can time how long that takes. And I also have a box of 15 strawberry ones. So if I can finish these, then we'll dive into the strawberry ones. We'll see how far I can go and how quickly I can do as many as I can. So, Creepy Michelle, I'm getting all caps in there, says, Dumb, I'm so happy. I didn't forget about you, baby. I've been just sitting back waiting for my mouth to heal. The hole is small enough now that I probably won't get any bread stuck in it, especially because I'm probably taking big bites and doing big swallows. So I don't think I have to worry too much about getting bread stuck in there. I'm a little concerned about getting a chunk of peanut butter stuck in there, but it's worth it. It's worth the risk because I've been promising that I would do this. So, and I can't let can't let you down, baby. I can't let any of you down because you guys are always here and you support me so much. So thank you guys all of my Team Dumb official League of Dummy members, that's for you. Thank you to all my Super League of Dummies members. And of course, one more shout out to all of my Team Dumb Ultimate fans. And of course, those of you who are wondering, what is he talking about? I see Alexander in there. He's not one of the members yet. And I don't mean to call you out, Irish Ronnie. I'm not calling you guys out. I'm just saying for people who aren't members, and I see you're in gray there and not green. And again, I'm not sweating you. Maybe you don't know how to join, or maybe you just don't want to. Either way, maybe you don't. In case you don't know how to join and you have no idea what I'm talking about with the membership and the league, there are 3 different tiers to join and become a member and help support another dumb show. Tier 1 is $1.99 a month, and that gives you your green light in there, and I see your comments more often. You have access to the emojis and all that good stuff and the emotes that we have in there. The tier 2 level is really the level you want to aim for if you want to come hang out with us on the members only after shows that we do. We do them usually on Monday nights. We do them on Thursday nights. Every once in a while I'll pop on a Sunday night as well. I would say hit that one. That's always the one I recommend everybody gets. $2.99 a month. Like I said, it's a great way to support the show, and you have extra access to the other episodes. And then Team Dumb Ultimate fans, that's $9.99 a month. And of course, you don't have to do it every month, but you want to throw in, you want to help support the show. That is a great way to do it by becoming a Team Dumb Ultimate fan. That just means you really love your old boy Dumb and you want to see this show be successful. And that is the ultimate way to do it, is by helping out financially through those tier memberships. So I do have one last call that just popped up here before we wrap up the show. So I will grab this phone call. Jake, you're on another dumb show. What's up, dude?
Yo, I just spent 3 days in jail over the weekend.
Oh no,
So-
this drunk Jake?
Stop it. Yes,
Well, Jake,
it is, but
Jake who gets drunk sometimes. I'm sorry.
Yeah, no, I get it, but no, I'm having some life contemplations about how I'm living, and I'm thinking I'm about to change. So
What do you want to say what you got into, why you ended up in the clink?
I can't right now.
Oh, you can't right now. Okay, fair enough. That's cool.
I can't.
Fair
I
enough.
can't.
Well,
But,
I'm glad that it was a wake up call for you.
Yeah, me too. And yeah, dude. Yeah, I'm sorry to call. I
No,
just
don't
felt
be-
like
don't-
talking to you, man.
No, don't be sorry. I'm here to listen. That's why I'm listening. I thought you were about to say something, so I'm just listening. All right. Well,
Well-
it sounds like you're in a bad spot, and because Jake has called in the past, and he you like a road pop on the way home from work, and then you said you kind of go hard once you get home from work, and that you thought it was starting to affect your life a little bit, and now it sounds like maybe it has.
And I'm changing that now. Yeah, it's catching up to me. I'm changing that now. I think it has to. I finally met my reason to change.
Okay, I'm reading between the lines a little bit. What a half-hour trip or a few-day trip usually is. Did you get popped for the Dewey?
Right. I did not. No.
Oh.
No.
Oh, okay. That's crazy. Okay. All right. That means you got into a fist fight or something for being drunk or whatever or something.
No.
No, I'll leave it alone. If you don't want to talk about it. Yeah, if you don't want to talk about it,
Yeah.
maybe down the road, if you want to mention what happened, that'd be great to hear.
Oh,
because
dude,
everybody's
100%. When this case is closed, I will be blabbermouthing all about it.
Okay, good.
I can't wait. I can't wait to be all over your show with my story. I can't wait. But for right now, I can't say anything.
Okay, well, thank you for what a great billboard. That's called billboarding. What you just did there for me, Jake. You're teasing something that's going to happen down the way, not like later on today, down the road in the future. That's called billboarding. That's a little radio for you. So a little radio speak.
Hey, I learned from one of the best producers in the land. Come on, man.
Well, thank you. I appreciate that, dude. I'm glad to hear. I'm sad to hear you got in trouble, but I'm glad to hear it was a wake-up call, and I hope you stick to it. And just remember, it's not worth getting in trouble, and it's certainly not worth hurting somebody else or anything like that for having too much to drink. Or
No. Right.
All right,
well,
my dude.
Hey, Dom. It was nice talking to you, man. I'm sure I will catch up with you soon.
I look forward to it, man. Stay cool, all right? Be safe.
All right, you too, man. Bye.
All right, later. All right, so Jake, who sometimes gets drunk, sounds like he had some sort of wake-up call. We'll have to speculate about what a 3-day trip to the clink would be that you can't talk about until the case is done. Maybe he was caught urinating outside of a bar. Road soda. I don't think they give you a Dewey for that. So we'll have to speculate, and I don't mean for him to call back right now or anything. We'll just speculate here a little bit. I did see somebody, I'm peeking over at the elections stuff. I'm trying to get a look at that before we wrap up and see what it says for Ohio, but I do see CYX say it looks like they are calling issue 1 as passed. So there you go. That's great news. I wish that sorry, ladies. I wish I would have heard the news about issue 2 first. I know that sounds callous as shit, but that is pretty much what I was sitting here looking to see. Well, let me go check the internet here. Let's go see what they're saying on the old, on the Times thing. Ohio election results. Switch to that tab, please. All right, so let's see. Unofficial from the Secretary of State's website. Right now, went down a little bit for the weed since the last time. It was at 58% last time. Now it's down to 55. Fuck. That's not good. Issue 1, it says is at 57, went at 57 to 42. 800. So now 866,000 to 634. Oh boy. So 1.4 million more people voted for issue 1. 1.5 million people voted for that. So 1,500,000. And then for the weed one, 1,488,000. So 22,000 people that cared more about abortion than weed. Get your priorities straight, guys. Jeez, oh man. Excuse me. All right. I'm checking in here at the chat. Man, excuse me. The average savage says mandatory 3 days in jail. Maybe that's why he doesn't want to share. Hope it's not. Oh, domestic violence is 3 days. Oh boy, I hope that wasn't it. That would be shitty if it is. Shark says disorderly conduct or public intox. Nugget Man says he pissed on the wrong person's Cheerios. Well, that usually ends up to a fight, so that may be or disorderly conduct. Jerry Schmo is asking, why would you do so much for donations, KO? I'm assuming asking KO why Crooked Orchids, why she sent out the booty shot earlier. And thank you to her, by the way, for sending in her picture of her booty earlier. It was nice. We appreciate it. I'm trying to figure out why, what Jerry meant there by that. I didn't understand it. All right. Brett's saying only 22% of votes have been counted. I don't know which one he's talking about, if both of them or just one of them. I am just reading by, Yeah, it says like not that many people have reported yet, but I mean, I get it, dude. I understand. It's not everybody. I'm just reading what they said here. I'm telling you what CYX said. 39% of the votes are in for the abortion thing, according to CNN. But they are projecting it as a win, which must mean that based on the amount of people that are left, that 60% are left, that it must be people that are in counties that are projected to want to pass one. So that's why they are saying that, Brett. Scott78, holy shit, just gifted out 5 another Dumb Show memberships. Just hooked up Irish Ronnie, the Average Savage, Laura, Josh, and Curious George. Glory to Scott78. Thank you so much. I think he kicked over a superfan donation the other day, and now he's gifting out another Dumb Show membership to everybody. Not to everybody, to 5 people. So thank you very much. I appreciate you doing that, Scott78. And of course, I mentioned earlier the memberships. If you don't have your gifts enabled, make sure you guys do that. It's very simple to do. You just go to my main page. You hit the join button. Once you get the join button, it pops up your options for the tiers. Forget about all that. In the upper right-hand corner, unless you want to join yourself, just join. Or you can go into the upper right-hand corner, click the 3 dots that are up there, and it will give you an option to enable gifts. You want to click that, and then it gives you a little thing that says enable gifts. You toggle the little switch there, and the next thing you know, you might end up getting a free membership from one of our awesome people in the league, because they hand them out all the time. Just saw Scott78 do it. So I hope you guys have a great day tomorrow. That is going to wrap things up for us on the show tonight. I appreciate all of you dealing with me, just talking to myself. And not talking to Mikey. While I enjoy talking to all of you guys and checking in with the chat a lot, I really enjoy talking to my dude Mikey. I have a lot of fun when we sit and hang out and talk. So hopefully we will see him back soon, and we will talk more about why he's not been here and all that stuff once he's back. So in the meantime, come on, issue 2, baby. We need recreational chronic here. I want to be able to go around the corner and just buy some weed from the local goddamn corner store. Like people buy their goddamn cigarettes and their beer. I should be able to go around the corner and buy my weed from the damn corner store, or just some place that sells it that's right next to my corner store or something like that. So let's go issue 2. If you've not already hit thumbs up on tonight's video, make sure that you do that. I would greatly appreciate it. I think I mentioned that earlier before the break, but if you've not done it already, what the hell are you waiting for? Come on, guys, smash that shit. Just like you'd smash Crooked Orchid's fat ass. Smash that like button, baby. No, that's going to wrap things up for us tonight. We'll be back live with the main show tomorrow at 7 p.m. I do think there might be, before I commit to that 7 p.m., I may have to take my son to his baseball thing tomorrow night. So it would end up being a late show tomorrow if that's the case. I will know later on. I have not gotten a solid answer about that back yet. So like I said, a couple wonky weeks I have here with my schedule, but it should start slowing down here again officially next week. I don't think I have anything going on during the week next week, and we should be able to get a full 5 days in with no disruptions at the normal time with some actual after shows and stuff too. So like I said, we're going to wrap it up here tonight. Hit that thumbs up, guys, and thank you to everybody who donated tonight. And just thanks to all you guys for coming and hanging out with me. I really appreciate it. So I'm out of here. See you.